Right, so basically these two are obviously one long, one short. With the shorter one, I think one thing that you sort of get into a little bit of a bad habit of is the club going out here. Now, you'll watch on this one here now, because you've got a longer swing and you're able to rotate, the hands do go out a little bit here, which, okay, it's not ideal. I'd rather the club be in that position for you on a long shot than it whipped behind here.
Yeah.
So when you get to the top of the backswing, the club's gone back nicely on a good angle here. Great position top of the backswing. From here, that right shoulder's gone behind you. It now works down towards the golf ball. So the golf shoulder, the right shoulder is coming down. Club is a smidgen above that right forearm, but meh, not too bad. Right shoulder's now working underneath. You can sort of see there's daylight between your right arm and your left arm. So the fact that we've got this in here means the shoulders come down more than sometimes you do. There's daylight there between the arms there, so your path is decent to the golf ball. Hand path there being good. Turn to the body. And this is the one thing I like about this now is the follow through. It looks all in kind of line. Sometimes you sort of see it a bit like almost a little bit disjointed follow through.
Yeah.
That there's in some really good positions, balance wise, and just getting class shot there.
So when I'm hitting these shots,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling
Because the thing is, your right shoulder,
Yeah.
if the right shoulder works that way, it's going to go down and under and release that way, yeah?
Yeah.
If it goes this way and forwards, the right shoulder's always going too far left, and that's where the over the top sort of feeling comes in. The right foot, it's almost like a balance sort of requirement, otherwise you're going to fall over or you hurt your ankle.
Well, I say it's good feedback for me because I know it's
exactly.
instant feedback for me. So.
Exactly, yeah, so that's good. In terms of the short shots, the key thing for me, I think, just as a sensation, almost feel like you're sort of trying to hit the golf club lower and shallower around you. The second you start trying to get too picky up and steep, when you get the problem. So if we look at this takeaway here now, the club now you can see nicely online there with your palm and your hands there.
Yeah.
Awesome through your right forearm there. I mean, basically as good as it gets, okay? Hinging the wrist up nicely. As you then come back down, coming back down to the same angle here now. Back of your left hand now can sort of point to target and sort of feel like it's almost keeping a bit of cupping with this wrist, keeps the loft on the club. We don't want to be going steep and siding across it. As I say, you can't slice this shot. You can swing the golf club around to the left as you do here now, and the ball hits the screen just to the right target. It's not going to suddenly just career off and be a massive slice when you've got lob, wedge or sand down. And as I said, if we look at the loft of the golf club, if I take the golf club here and do that and then lower my handle, the club face now is effectively aiming at you. Yeah, obviously you have to have a decent line in the ground to do the balls, but we sat a little bit fluffy. But equally, you can get that lob shot kind of feeling, okay? So get the sensation that club is working around a bit more, but working around because the hands and the club are moving this way, because this and this are moving. I think with chip shots, you get so conscious of taking it out kind of this way, and then you just bury the toe in the ground. Even on a little tiny chip shot, try and feel the club is working a bit more around you and staying quite low to the ground until you start hinging the wrist and the club does go up, yeah? You don't want that club to be going outside very quick. Once you get in that position, yes, with the longer game, it can go back. If we look at the takeaways of these here, so there's kind of your takeaway. The hands and the club are basically on line with each other. I'm not saying this is a bad takeaway. You see the club face now there, and there's your hands. If we go back to the next frame, the club's probably a bit about here, so it's probably moved outside your hands slightly, okay? But because you've got rotation, it goes back this way and you start turning, the club in a good position. Long game at the time, yeah? Short game, if you go here, you've got to come back down again, and you come down too steep. So definitely got to make sure that club's working a bit more on an angle around you rather than steep and chopping. So otherwise, mate, that's probably, as a collective of shots, the best I've seen you golf ball. I would say.
I don't have to agree with
Would
that.
you agree? I mean, you get one, two or three in the water, they get the bank on the edge and it's shot in. One was a bad shot, two are unlucky shots. We're not be playing this shot very often when you've got 5 yards of fairway to try and get through. The fact you've hit 40 shots on this hole and there's about 10 to 12 on the green and you're playing sort of a couple hundred yards away, that's impressive stuff, to be fair, mate. So, really, really good strikes to the golf ball there, okay? Getting through that gap and hitting the ball as well as you are. Some of those 5 irons, I mean, that's top of the back solution there, mate.
Well, say 10% of them are dead, 90% of them.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, I would say, four are dead because it's just a tough shot, yeah? Now, in reality, one was a bad shot, admittedly. 2 were unlucky. Okay, three were unlucky in the concrete and shooting off there, okay? So the other 90% are either in that bunker, which again, I mean, you can't see on here, but in that left-hand bunker you are, I know you say ifs and ands, you weren't there, but if that's on a regulation golf course, should we say, That's going to be on a normal green, isn't it? Yeah, from 200 yards into 5 iron, there's about 8 or
Well,
10
that's 80
left
on the
down
mark.
bunker. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But any of the hole you'll be playing on, you're going to be in a good spot. Okay, so yeah, top of that back, so now, mate, you're in a really, really good position there. And once that shoulder goes behind you, that's how it goes down. So you get the shoulder behind your head, down to the foot, behind your head, down to the foot. But in the same token, this hip has to move. If you just go behind your shoulder, then you're the ground behind the ball. So behind your head, down, so you're getting that sort of side bendy kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Otherwise, mate, really, really good. So fair play. Good stuff.